We asked for Carfax, and it looks like we're getting it now. But this is crazy.
P-A-S-C-A-L.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and on Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below, and let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Yeah, anyway, we got to jump into this story. Listen, you know we've been covering this Jonathan Majors situation for quite some time now. There's been new information that we talked about late last night in a live about how there are multiple women that are now stepping forward with allegations against Jonathan Majors, and also how his PR team stepped down. They kicked him out. They let him go. They fired him, let's just say. Okay, they are walking away from Jonathan Majors and washing their hands clean of that. Now, when something like that happens, to me, and I feel like optically to the rest of the world, it shows that maybe Johnny did a bad thing. I don't know. Okay. All I know is that we've been wanting to see some more evidence, some more proof of his innocence, right? And we have all those other things that are starting to be built up against him with these multiple allegations and whatnot. And I will say this: there are a lot of evil people out here in the world. I don't know why people like to hop on to the cancellation train and falsely accuse someone of doing terrible things. You see what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that everything, the evidence, etc., that comes out helps in his favor. Now, what's interesting, though, because this whole thing's getting thicker than a snicker, okay? Now there is evidence. Allegedly, there is footage of this woman who accused him of attacking her that night out right after their fight at the club, having drinks, kicking it with her friends, and all that. And apparently in these videos, she's looking just fine. We got to take a look at this article because this is absolutely insane to me. Okay. So they say, and we heard from the lawyers before that they had proof, that they had video evidence, text messages, eyewitness accounts, etc., showing that Jonathan did not do these things. Okay. And these photos from a club, these stills that we have from a club, could exonerate him. But let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's take a look at this article. So, Jonathan Majors says the man who was driving him and his now ex-girlfriend, there we go, we got it right now. They finally got that right, ex-girlfriend, the night of the alleged domestic incident, will testify the actor did not attack her. I got to use these code words, guys. And he claims there's video proof. So we still are hearing that there is video proof of this incident. Okay. So there's video proof she was not injured when she went out to a club after the altercation. So his lawyer filed docs on Wednesday in Manhattan, informing the court the driver witnessed what went down between Jonathan and the woman back in March. According to the docs obtained by TMZ, and I'm reading from their article here, the driver saw the woman attack Majors. Actually, she's the one who attacked Majors around 1 a.m. on March 25th. While she was attempting to steal his phone. Now we already know that allegedly how everything went off was because I guess somebody was sliding in his DMs, or he was getting some sort of text message from some other girl. This got her allegedly into a violent jealous rage, and that's why it caused them to have this altercation in the first place. This is what sparked the whole thing off. Okay. So let's continue. Further, the Creed 3 star says the driver will testify he never struck the alleged victim in any way at any time, or even raised his voice. Majors and his attorney also say the driver saw her hitting, scratching, and attacking Jonathan, and that Jonathan asked the driver to stop the car so he can escape her attack, which he did. Now, this piece right here, if this driver really does step out and say, hey, she was the one attacking him. He was like, yo, stop the car. She's going berserk on me. And I did that. And he got out of the car and ran away, or at least got out so he can distance himself from an enraged, jealous girlfriend at that time. This can really exonerate Johnny. I keep saying Johnny, but Jonathan, okay? This really could exonerate Jonathan big time. But let's continue on, because there's photos here, okay? Stills from videos, security camera footage of this woman out kicking it, chilling in the cut with her friends. And you're telling me that she was walking around with bruises and injuries at a nightclub? I don't know, but let's continue. The woman allegedly told police she suffered a broken finger and a laceration behind her ear during the altercation. However, in the document, Jonathan's lawyer, says they have proof that's a complete lie. Take a look at this. Now, allegedly, this is a still from a security cam inside a club, and they're saying allegedly that this is the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend kicking it. It looks like she's maybe cheersing the DJ or something weird. I don't know what it is, or maybe she's giving him a drink. Whatever it is, allegedly this is her, okay? And to me, when you see these photos, I'll show you another one here. She's out here. Does it seem like she's in dire straits? Does it seem like she's been battered and bruised? Does it seem like she's got a broken finger? And remember, he left, he went home, and allegedly they didn't come back. The cops weren't called until about 9 a.m. So she went out and kicked, if this is really her, she went out and kicked it for the whole night with her friends and started plotting this stuff, y'all. I mean, that's what I would think. Allegedly started plotting this stuff and then went back over there with them. The cops showed up, and then that's when she cried wolf. If that's how it all went down. I mean, obviously this is just me speculating, but damn, if this evidence, if these videos really are her, this is extremely damning for her and extremely vindicating. Okay, this brings pure vindication for Jonathan Majors. But I do have a little pushback on that, and I will say that in a second. The lawyer says they have hours of security videos showing the woman went clubbing and got drunk after Majors left her in the car. And she also texted him, accusing him of infidelity and threatening S. As for what happened while she was out at the nightclub, Majors' court filing includes screenshots of security video showing the woman freely using her right hand, which she claimed Majors injured. Again, let's take a look at that again. That is her right hand. Now, either she's handing a drink over or she's cheersing the DJ with a shot or a drink in her hand. Then she's down here. That's her right hand again. She's texting. She's got two phones. Okay, one for the plug and one for the dough. Okay. This is not good at all. There again, there's her right hand again. When she said it was broken, she alleged it was broken. And there is security footage right there. Her chilling in the cut, having a grand old time, talking with friends. holding something in her hand and holding something in her right hand. She seems to be having a grand old time. Okay. So they say in the videos, they say she casually pushes her hair behind her right ear, reaches for her bag several times, sorts through credit cards, handles phones, holds a menu, and easily holds a glass of champagne. They say she was seen partying pretty hard, throwing back shots and champagne with friends without any visible sign of injury. Now, and I'll be real, if you're out here and you just got done having a really bad fight with your loved one, and it's a bad fight, would you actually go out partying in a club? Would you be going there getting ish faced, just knocking them all back while you are bruised or have a broken finger? Would you be in a club like this? A swanky club, drinking champagne and knocking back shots? I'm telling you, probably not. But let's continue. When her night out at the club was over, they claimed she showed up at Major's home at 3:23 a.m., entered his apartment, and called him 32 times and sent several angry, jealous text messages. Majors was not home when she got there. His lawyer, Jonathan Major's lawyer, says none of the text messages accuse Jonathan of injuring her, nor does she mention any discomfort from the alleged injuries. Now, this is very crazy to me because we saw those other text messages that, allegedly were from her saying, I'm really sorry for what had happened, for you getting arrested, so on and so forth. So this is very interesting how this all is transpiring. But let's continue because, they said she did say we were in a fight. And I know a lot of people are looking at those text messages and breaking it down as, like a textbook text message from a battered woman, an abused woman and all that. But there could be something completely different here going on. So they say Majors got home around 11:13 a.m. and found her unconscious and half naked on the floor of his walk-in closet. He also discovered she allegedly threw up in his bed and told him she'd taken a few sleeping pills. So instead of it being that it happened around 9 o'clock, they're now saying this happened at 11:13 a.m. Very interesting. She tried to do something very bad to herself. Long story short, he came in and saw her in bad shape. Okay. So he then called 911 and claimed when paramedics came, the woman repeatedly told them, I don't know, when asked what happened to her. In the document, Jonathan's lawyer, Chaudhry, claims body cam footage shows police interviewing the woman and clearly coaching her to say that Mr. Majors grabbed her by the throat. Chaudhry claims the alleged victim never made that claim to anyone prior to the officer's direction. Now, if this is absolutely true, and that's the part, we now are seeing footage, stills from a security camera from the nightclub showing us, if this is her, proof positive that he did not do anything to her in the cab. Okay. And I said, in the cab is one thing. Okay. Or, after the altercation in the cab, she went out and kicked it. There's claims that she did some really bad things. He did some really bad things to her. There are claims that there were really bad things done to her, but what ended up happening? Nothing from what we're seeing in this footage. Now, we still need to see what happened inside that rideshare, inside that taxi. But at least inside that car, she walked out fine. She went out and kicked it and got smashed, okay? Wasted, obliterated, okay? So we see that. We see that piece. But when she got home, we need to see the footage, see proof, because no matter what, people are going to sit here and say, yay, okay, we see this footage. This shows proof positive that Nothing happened in the car. But let me show you that again. According to what happened, she showed up at his crib at 3:23 a.m. He didn't get home. Allegedly, he didn't get home until 11:13 a.m. Several hours later. Okay? Several hours later, he shows up. Now, he then calls 911 because he found her half naked and in really bad shape. Okay? But if I hope that they have actual footage showing him coming back home at that specific time and him immediately calling 911, because a lot of people are going to sit here, look at that and go, well, maybe some things could have happened and that maybe he really didn't get home at 11:13 a.m. Or what time was the 911 call made? Was it an hour later? Was it seconds after he walked in the house into his apartment? Like I said, questions are going to be made. People are still going to be holding on to the idea that he did very bad things to this woman. Real talk. Given the fact that all the PR management, now there's multiple women stepping forward and speaking out against him as well. There's going to be some pushback, and people are going to want to see more proof. But the one part that really kind of just messes me up is that the lawyer is claiming that the lawyers are claiming that the cops were involved in trying to manipulate her, manipulate the ex-girlfriend into saying that he did some bad things to her so that they could go and arrest him. Again, they say body camera footage shows police interviewing the ex-girlfriend and clearly coaching her to say that he did these things, that he grabbed her by the throat, that he did all these terrible things. If that is really true, that is really messed up. That is extremely messed up. And also on top of the fact that you have somebody who's still inebriated, still under the influence of whatever tablets she took, okay, whatever kind of sleeping tablets she took, whatever it is. This is somebody who is being manipulated by police, if that is true. So there it is, guys. I mean, one piece that we have here so far that we can sit and say has been kind of, I feel, laid to rest is that whatever happened in that cab or that ride share didn't happen. Whatever they're claiming that he did, whatever those allegations are, that he put his hands on her in the cab, that I feel, and if that footage is really her, I feel that exonerates Jonathan Majors. We have to keep that in mind. But after, when she comes back home at 3:20 or goes back to his crib at 3:23 a.m., he doesn't get home until 11:13 a.m., we need to see that block of evidence. That after the cab, sure, she went out and kicked it. And if he did those things and really hurt her during that time, that altercation in the car, then hey, we now see that she's lying. But there's a lot that could have happened between 3:23 a.m. and 11:13 a.m. where he could have been home a lot earlier and another altercation could have happened. But anything is possible. Anything is possible. And like I said, that block of time, I'd love to see proof, the body cam footage, the hotel lobby cameras, if the elevators have cameras showing proof of the time that she entered the apartment complex, the time that he entered the apartment complex, also the time of the 911 call. I'd love to know that as well. But we'll see what happens here. This is just a crazy, crazy story. And if he's innocent, man, this woman has she's got a lot of work to do to get in front of this and help rebuild his image, I guess. I don't know. I think she did. Jonathan Majors needs to pick the better women from this point on. That's what I think. Find better partners. That's what I think. Anyway, guys, and until we find out more evidence, I'm still on the fence. Anything's possible. But I'm obviously veering on the side of now even more that this guy's innocent. He could very well be 110% innocent, but I want to see more Carfax. Let's see the evidence, guys, because the evidence is everything right now. And that's what we need. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Again, I'm veering more on the avenue of he's innocent, not him guilty. But then again, there's a lot of time between 3:23 a.m. and 11:13 a.m. where a lot of bad could still happen. So I'd love to see proof of his innocence or proof that there was nothing bad that went down during those times. And once that evidence comes out, I'm telling you right now, and it shows that he didn't do anything, he's innocent, y'all. Okay? But it just sucks because all the work he's done, all that work he's done, and all the new gigs that he had coming up, tarnished. His image, tarnished. He's going to have a lot of work ahead of him that I don't think maybe he didn't even deserve. So we'll see what happens here, guys. But this is wild. It's very, very wild. Anyway, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. And most definitely don't forget to crush that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.